What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling City, and today we're going to be doing episode 2 for our Wrestling Jeopardy series. So as always, this one is posted by WrestleTrivia. They do a weekly Wrestling Jeopardy series, so if you like that, go ahead and show some love. I will put the original link down in the description. Last week was the first episode I checked out was, a banger. I like that it has some abstract quiz stuff. It's not just starter beginner wrestling fan stuff. And I got 6,200 last week, so I'm hoping I can do better. The wrestling reality show category really screwed me over last week, so I'm hoping I can have a overall better score, maybe by 1,000 at least. Fingers crossed. I don't know. Let's get this one started. Oh, and this time I'm going to be keeping track of the score.
Yeah. Yes! Woo! You know
It's time.
What's up, all you WrestleTrivia maniacs? I'm your host, Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah!
And you're watching episode 59 of Wrestling Jeopardy, the ultimate interactive game show where you're the contestant.
From this moment on, this will be the moment.
Of
starting
the Genesis.
now.
Let's just get this over with.
And here are the categories that you'll be quizzed on.
Ooh.
Starting with Life After Wrestling, followed by In the Nome de Patre de Hijo de Espíritu Santo, Holier Than Thou.
Oh no.
Don't forget your lotion. We're headed to Spray
Paul
Tan
Heyman.
City. Our fourth category is Sea to Shining Sea. And our fifth and final category, as always, is our member category of the week. And if you want to support the channel and have your voice heard by voting in this weekly poll, then click on that join button below. The choices this week were everybody's favorite Wrestling Jeopardy category, anagrams, before and after, or name that theme.
Name
and
that
not
theme.
surprisingly, anagrams got a big fat goose egg, which means the fifth category
Of
for this
course.
episode is before and
I wouldn't
after.
do good on that.
And that sound means it's time for the 200-point Jobber round. We have a couple easy clues to
Okay.
begin the game, and we start with Life After Wrestling for 200. Since his retirement in 2003, this wrestler has kept busy hosting reality television shows like the Broken Skull Challenge, Redneck Island, and Tough Enough.
Who is Stone Cold Steve Austin? I mean, come on now, that one's easy.
Now, a couple weeks ago during one of my AMAs, I got this question: if you could have any WWE superstar to present a category, who would you want and what category would it be? And I chose Stone Cold.
And why would you want to do that, Kevin?
I don't know. I mean,
What?
I think you're really cool.
What?
Look, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole of you chanting what's and all this stuff. We just started the game. Everybody wants to keep playing. The correct answer here: who is Stone Cold Steve Austin? Time to move on to the second clue of the Jobber round from Holier Than Thou. Preaching positivity and communal clapping, this eccentric trio implored the WWE Universe to feel the power.
Another easy one. We're on 200 though. So, who is the New Day?
Good times back in the day when these three were all buddies. Who are the New Day? Time for a little trip to Spray Tan City for 200. Kevin Owens recently tweeted this WWE superstar asking if he planned on getting an absolutely insane spray tan job to fit in with his new bros, Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman.
I knew he was going to ask something about this. Who is Seth freaking Rollins?
Who is Seth
Another easy
freaking
one.
Rollins? Up next is Sea to Shining Sea, and how this category works is that the answer will be a word that starts with the letter C and ends with the letter C. So for 200, Jeff Hardy is this type of enigma.
What is charismatic? How are they going to have that many that start and end with a C?
And that would be, what is charismatic?
Okay.
The final clue of the Jobber round is from Before and After. The most flamboyant and charismatic superstar of the 1940s and 50s, and WWF's green-tongued animal with a voracious appetite for turnbuckles.
At first, I thought Batista, but it said 40s and 50s. Who is George the Animal Steel?
Who is gorgeous George the Animal Steel? All right, the job around is complete and you've leveled up,
I got
hopefully
all those,
with
man.
the perfect score of 1,000 points. And if you're not keeping track of your score or you're just tallying up how many questions you've gotten correct in the first round, that would be how many?
5.
Gotcha. We move on to the 400-point round now, and it starts with another clue from Life After Wrestling. Proving over the course of his career in ECW and WWE that size doesn't matter, this half-brother of Bubba Ray and Devon helps individuals and families manage their money as a financial advisor.
I've seen that he does this now, but who is Spike Dudley?
Sure, size doesn't matter inside the squared circle, but it absolutely does when we're talking about the size of your portfolio. Trading in his short-term
I've seen
singles
that.
career for long-term gains is Spike Dudley. Let's be like Hozier and go to church for 400. Dressed in his signature white suit, this red-faced preacher man
course.
spread his good word of love to WWE fans during the late 1980s and early 1990s.
Of course, the GOAT. Who is Brother Love? I love you.
Currently, Bruce Pritchard is a creative corporate force behind the scenes
Something
at
to
WWE,
wrestle, man.
but 30 years ago, he was Brother Love.
Oh,
And here
bonus
comes a
time.
bonus question worth 400 points. Brother Love wasn't the only character Pritchard portrayed on camera, with Bruce rounding out his multiple personas as Rio Rogers, a satire of this superstar.
Rio... Who is Rip Rogers?
Oh, Brother Love impersonating the
I
American
didn't know
Dream.
that.
The correct answer, who is Dusty Rhodes.
Damn. Okay.
On to your second spray tan of the game. From eating spinach salads to weekly spray tanning regimens, it took a lot of work for Marseille and Mansois to be this.
Oh, what were they? They were models. What are models?
What are maximum male models?
He's actually extremely
mean-
pale, but nobody's ever seen it. Well, I have.
I don't know. Should I count that? I did say models, but I didn't know the maximum male. Let me know in the comments if you're if I should count that. But I am going to because I want that higher score. I think that counts, but maybe it doesn't.
I have.
From C to Shining C brings us to this clue for 400. Often associated with tournaments, it follows words like cruiserweight, continental, and wrestling.
Or what is classic?
What is classic?
Yep.
The final clue of the 400s brings us to before and after, WCW's Fat Chick Thriller and WWE's Karma.
Oh, gee. Oh, wait. Hold on.
And WWE brings us to before and after, WCW's Fat Chick Thriller and WWE's Karma.
What does it mean before and app? I don't get the question. Well.
Who is Mike Awesome Kong?
Oh.
All right, 10 clues down, 15
That's
to go,
fair.
plus the daily double and final Jeopardy. Let's keep this game rolling along with Life After Wrestling for 600. This legit tough guy was a lethal weapon during the Attitude Era, but nowadays he operates a bail bonds agency in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay, Lethal Weapon. Who is Steve Blackman?
He's as cold as ice. Who is Steve Mother Effin' Blackman? Here comes another holier than thou clue for 600. After being drafted to SmackDown as part of WWE's initial brand extension, this tag team specialist was anointed Vince McMahon's spiritual advisor.
Who is Devon Dudley or Reverend Devon?
He even had a deacon named Batista carrying around a box
Yep.
of collections. Hey, I wonder whatever happened to that guy. Anywho, testify, my brothers and sisters, who is Reverend Devon? Let's move on to Spray Tan City for the halfway point of the game.
Daily double.
Let me douse my brow here. Make sure I don't have any lines from the spray tanning. That's the
got one,
category
too.
once again. Spray Tan City. Place your wager now.
Ooh, I'm going to go ahead and place 1500.
My time is up. Here's this episode's Daily Double Clue. In the middle of their 2014 feud over the Intercontinental title, this WWE superstar shared some rather compromising photos of The Miz getting a butt spray tan courtesy of his stunt double Damian Sandow.
Ah, jeez. Who is Dolph Ziggler is what I think it was. Yeah, who is Dolph Ziggler?
There's not enough spray tan in the world to spray into my eyes to help me unsee that picture,
So
Miz.
1500
Who is
right
Dolph
there.
Ziggler? All right, let's seize the moment and see if you can give me the correct answer here. It precedes Cross in Sheamus's homage to Razor Ramon.
Oh, Celtic. Who or what is Celtic?
What is Celtic? And the final clue of the 600-point round belongs to Before and After, menacing Dutch WWE superstar and Jade Lethal's tribute to Randy Savage.
Machismo? Mentel? What
Who
is
is
Mentel?
Alistair Black Machismo?
Oh no.
Ooh, yeah, I hope you're the cream
I don't
of
quite
the crop
understand
so
that.
far in this game. Let's see how you do as we increase the difficulty now with the 800-point round. It's Life After Wrestling. Known for his flamboyant character, this former stylist for Billy and Chuck transitioned into law enforcement, becoming a Las Vegas police officer.
Who is Rico? He had some crazy moments in the WWE.
Clad in leopard print and perfectly coiffed hair, who is Rico?
Wild.
Here comes your fourth holier than thou clue of the game. In 2006, Vince McMahon wanted God to get jiggy with it. So instead of a church music playing during the Almighty's entrance, an instrumental version of this theme played at Backlash.
At Backlash?
That's what I said, at Backlash.
Backlash.
Never mind, here's the clue.
What is Somebody Call My Mama? Or who is Brodus Clay?
And the correct answer, this theme was
Yes.
used by both Ernest the Cat Miller and Brodus Clay. What is Somebody Call My Mama?
Come on, God.
Jiggy with it.
McMahon wants God to get jiggy with it.
Here comes the 800-point clue from
Crazy.
Spray Tan City. Back in 2022, Matt Cardona offered up some unsolicited spray tanning advice to this fellow Long Islander and former AEW World Champion.
Who is Adam Page?
Speaking to Liam Alexander Stewart from Inside the Ropes, Cardona said,
I don't know what kind of spray he's using. His hands always look kind of funky with a tanner. Come to me, I'll help you out.
which was in reference to MJF, who is Maxwell
Would never guess
Jacob
that.
Friedman. Here comes C to Shining C for 800. Wrestlers like to drop these messages on social media in order to keep some element of surprise going for the fans.
I have no
In an
clue.
industry that thrives on unpredictability, what is cryptic?
That's fair.
Last clue before the main event 1,000-point round brings us to Before and After, NXT's resident mean girl and AEW's inaugural TBS champion.
I have no clue.
Who is Cora Jade Cargill?
Dude, that category is messing me up.
And we've reached the most difficult round in Wrestling Jeopardy.
My zone.
We gonna
These
make up
5
for it right here.
questions are guaranteed to put your knowledge to the test.
Okay.
So let's jump in and
We
kick
got
things
this.
off with the final clue from Life After Wrestling. This multiple-time women's champion turned her passion for animals into a business, opening Downtown
don't.
Dog in San Juan Island, Washington in 2007.
So basically, just name a former women's champion. Who is Victoria?
Inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2018, who is Ivory? On to Holier
I'm
Than
not
Thou
doing
for the
good.
final time. According to this religious zealot, sin eats away at the soul of society like a ravenous cancer, devouring it until there's nothing left but a black, vast hole of despair.
I'm thinking Black Hole, so I'm thinking Aleister Black, but I'm gonna say, who is Sean O'Hare?
Hear me, Fear me. Those words were spoken by the Pale Rider, who is Mordecai.
Wow, that is.
And we have more to
deep
come.
pull.
It's your final time to hit that tanning salon for 1,000. A couple of Jersey Shore-esque meatheads who became two-time Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Jesse Godderts and Robbie E, were better known by this moniker.
I don't know, man.
Truth be told, these guys were doing booms like a decade before AJ and Big Justice, who were the Bromans.
Oh, I would have never guessed
Two
that.
clues left on the board. Let's check out See the Shining Sea for the final time. Before arenas began selling their naming rights to large corporations, indoor wrestling events in U.S. cities like Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Poughkeepsie were held in these centers.
Civic Center. I have no clue.
A palindromic word meaning referring to cities. The correct answer, what is civic?
I also didn't say what it is.
After this
so I
clue,
won't
we're
count
on
that.
to Final Jeopardy, but before, let's close out the board. One half of the Killer Bees and B. Priestley's WWE persona.
I don't even know who B. Priestley is. One half of the Killer Bees? Dude.
Who is B. Brian Blair Davenport? This is the
That's
moment starting
crazy.
now where hopefully you'll be rewarded for all of that useless wrestling knowledge that's bouncing around in your
Hopefully.
brain. This episode's Final Jeopardy category is Pyromaniacs.
Ooh, okay. My wager, I need to get a higher score. I will go ahead and put 2,000.
All right, time is up. Here's the final clue of the game. Disguised as Goldust, this wrestler once surprised Kane by blasting him in the face with a flamethrower. Was it A, China, B, Triple H, C, The Undertaker, or D, X-Pac? Good luck.
I don't know if it was, it's A, I'm gonna say D. D, final answer. I think it was X-Pac. Maybe it was A though. I'm gonna say D.
Just look at that schnoz. I mean, it's a dead giveaway. Who is Triple H? And that does it for another episode of Wrestling Jeopardy. Thanks so much.
Wow. Okay, so my final score, because I waged 2,000 at the end, so I ended with 5,500. So I did worse than last week, and every single one at the bottom, the 1,000 ones, I did not get, and the entire before and after, I just didn't understand it. It took me a few times. I understand it now, but that's a pretty difficult one. Hopefully, with episode 3, the one next week, we will be able to get a higher score, because man, I had 7,500 before I wagered that, so I kind of screwed myself over. But yeah, if you liked the video, don't forget to drop a like, comment below what score you got from this week's episode, and don't forget to subscribe to the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City. And that's about it. I will see y'all next time. Peace.